would I describe myself?
Yeah, your role in the community.
Or how would somebody else describe me?
Yeah.
That I'm crazy.
This is Florence Ponziano, the founder of Florence's Comfort House in Austin's Montopolis neighborhood. For decades, the Comfort House has been a safe haven for local kids to get a good meal, education, and an outlet to live their childhoods without the stress of economic and social decline.
I live and try to make the kids happy and have a good childhood and let them come to me when they have problems and see if I can help them. If I can't, we find some way to make it better.
Florence is a beacon of hope for Montopolis, dedicating her life to give kids a sense of purpose and give them the resources to take charge of their futures.
The kids should get up in the morning and have something to eat before they go to school so they can learn. If they can't eat, how can they learn? We need good educations for these kids. We need good health care. And where is it in Texas? Where's our health care? All this money they're supposed to have, the richest state, got shipped. The kids got poor health care. And they say, oh, there's no hunger in Texas. That's bullshit. There's hunger in Texas. Come to my hood.
Florence's work for Montopolis hit a roadblock last year. Diagnosed with breast cancer, Florence underwent rounds and rounds of radiation, a double mastectomy, and continues to face lingering sickness. This didn't stop her, though.
And my great-grandson, Smoochie, I would have probably gave up when I had this cancer. Because I was so sick and all these radiation treatments, 50 treatments. I was so miserable and so sick. 81 years old, it's hard. But I had my baby, and you know what he tells me? I got to go spend the night with Nanny or they're going to steal her. I did this all my life since I was a young girl. I marched in Gary, Indiana, because I believed in it. I believed everybody is equal, and it doesn't matter what color we are or what station in life,
How long has Florence?
30 years.
30 years of
hard work,
house.
No pay, no salary, just love.
Throughout her years, Florence hasn't relied on any institutions to support her work. Police work in Florence's neighborhood has been hit or miss, both in terms of presence and impact. The same can be said for other forms of neighborhood governance.
The values that a community should have, I think they should work together more. I mean, we have a neighborhood thing and all that, but you always have a couple people that say they run everything and do nothing. I have not gotten grants from no government. I haven't accepted any of them. My friends are the ones that support me. It's getting really bad. They're starting to rob and stuff again because we don't have enough. But I don't know. I think the people should make a difference, not police. You know what I mean? Because what do? Fight us? They go after the wrong person. Come on, they held a gun to my head one time, a cop.
Really?
In front of my house.
Montopolis is a proud neighborhood, though long isolated by the Colorado River and highways that surround it, often labeled a, quote, island of poverty.
When I came to this neighborhood, it was full of drugs and fighting and chaos and no structure.
Though crime has dropped and services have improved in the city, poverty still grips an increasingly divided neighborhood.
Could you describe some of the changes you've seen in the neighborhood over the last 30 years?
Oh, wow, yeah. Well, some are good and some I don't like. But that happens, with gentrification. I mean, they want to get rid of tiny, junky houses because they think it lowers down their house value, But I'm not going nowhere. They offered me $600,000 for it. I'm not selling my land. Yeah, because I still have kids in the neighborhood that need me. I still have homeless.
Over the years, Florence has selflessly stepped up to the plate to meet the needs of her community. In honor of her many sacrifices and in an effort to extend our resources to this community, ACP Texas decided to assist Florence in revitalizing and maintaining her home.
You know that we're warriors for good, right?
Yep.
Warriors for love, warriors for kindness, warriors that give our kids a better life. And we love America. That's why we're doing what we're doing. Don't press us out because we don't think like you or you think differently. I don't press you out. I don't look at what you believe in. Just believe in good and don't worry about anybody else, What you guys did for me today is unbelievable. I mean, look at the magic, all the probably saved my roof from being ruined, and it's really a blessing, honey. It's really light that you brought to me, and I'm gonna never forget this, you know.
Florence's work transcends any one project or one person saved or one career made. Her work is motivated by something deeper, an understanding that personal success is given meaning through its impact on a community. Many of the children Florence served decades ago are now dedicated to living a legacy of service to their communities, their local economies, and their families.
They got to be happy what they want to choose to do, but they got to choose something that will make them happy and healthy and have a good family. This is what's important to me, that these kids have a chance to make a choice. And when they make that right choice, watch out for them, because they're going to win and be on top of that hurdle. They're not going to be a creep. They're not going to be a crook. They're going to be working and have a good life, you know, and knowing what's important in life. The success stories they're not presidents or not big, you know, but they have jobs, they're working, they're raising their family, and they're living a good life. And that's a success to me. We don't need lawyers and doctors. We need kids that have good jobs, you know. I'm into making this world a better place like it used to be, when only one person worked in the family and the mother stayed home and raised her kids. You know, and they didn't live in a house that was too big for them, or they didn't have too many cars, because she stayed home and took care of her kids. That's why America was great. You know, we're losing that side of us, that material things are more important than family life. And I'm going to stay like I am always.
Yesterday's America is paved over by new conditions, new ways of understanding social life, new economic realities. We can't return to yesterday's America. We want to stride valiantly into tomorrow's. And to do so, we have to remember the foundations that made our country strong. The working people, the communities that give meaning and life to our country. Much of the work that we take on today will be helping tomorrow's Americans make sense of these foundations and seize them for a new America. And like Florence has stepped up to meet today's demands for her community without a promise of reward, so too do we need to do what's demanded of us now to transform our country for tomorrow's generations.
I think we all should do, like you guys said today, we all should do what we can to change and try to change a kid's life, that he has the option to do something better in his life. And if there's not people like us doing this, what are they going to teach them? Keep together, babe. Keep together, the connection, you know, for all you guys, because it feels like, you know, it's one party.
Our work as the ACP will demand discipline, unmatched work ethic, sacrifice, self-critique, and humility. We draw inspiration from community members like Florence, who embody all of these values and attitudes towards community work. We could all learn from and be more like Florence.
Do something and stop talking so much. You know, talk. That doesn't make the world go round. No. You know, what do? Talk the talk, that's all. You know, that I know I have to be here for a little longer to get things done, you know? Yep. I can't give up. I could have easily gave up in a hospital, you know, all the pain and everything, but I couldn't give up. I had too much work still.